Today we're going to be looking at using sounds and music in your PowerPoints. Um, Before we go over that, we've got to ask the question, where does this music come from? The music or sounds you use in PowerPoints can come from a number of places. They can come from a CD, a track, or a recording that you have bought from a store, such as iTunes, Groove, or Target. If you buy it from iTunes, Groove, or some other kind of online store, you usually download a file, and that file is yours to put on your iPhone, to put on your iPod, or whatever you use to play music. And you can use that file in order to insert music into the PowerPoint. If you buy a CD from Target, sometimes the CDs will be copyright protected. Most of them nowadays include a digital download, so you can have the CD and download a file from a site that it allows you to. The other thing you can do is you can record your own voice or your own sounds directly into PowerPoint, which is extremely easy in PowerPoint 2013. The last place you can look is a royalty-free download from a site. The two I recommend, the first one for sound bites or clips is soundbible.com. The other place for full-on songs and music is freemusicarchive.com. And we are going to look at those a little bit later. But before we go and take a look at those, I've got to warn you again. Be careful when you use music and sound, and adhere to all copyright laws. The music industry has been hit hardest by the most, has been hit hardest the most because of the way that their files are distributed. A lot of people pirate music. They can edit their music. They can use it in various ways. But you have to remember that music created by musicians is their hard work, their dedication, their talents, as well as the talents of those who actually do recordings. The sound engineers, the equipment engineers, the workers who build the studios, all those things. So you must give credit where credit is due. It is illegal to take someone else's work, to chop it up without giving them credit. Now, with that said, we're going to go ahead and look at two of those two sites that I mentioned earlier. The first one we're going to look at is called soundbible.com. This place is used mainly to find sound effects, clips, dogs barking. Let's see what they have on their homepage. They have a gun battle sound, so I'm going to go ahead and play that one for you. Alright, so that's that one. We've got some Halloween vocals. Alright, so there's some stuff there. You can search what you want. I'm just going to look on the popular ones because I'm not looking for anything in particular. Let's go to horror sounds. Evil laugh. Alright, so you can see they have a lot of stuff that you can look through and download depending on what you're trying to do with your PowerPoint. In order to download them, you just click on the sound effect and it takes you to this page here. It's playing the sound for me. You can choose it in WAV or MP3. I would mostly do it at MP3 just because I think it's a more supported format. I click on it, you can see my little thing down here, it tells me it already downloaded. So I've got it in my downloads folder. The other place we're going to look at is freemusicarchive.com. You can sign up if you'd like to. I'm not signed up right now. They will give you full songs. Most of the times it doesn't have very many lyrics, but when you're trying to give a PowerPoint, you really don't want that anyways. So the easiest way to do this is to sort by genre. We'll look for some rock because I happen to like rock. We've got this pop rock, Pleasant Grove. We'll try this one, just see what it sounds. This one says instrumental. Let me go back and play that. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. There we go, play. So you can see it gives you a track to work with, and if you just click this little arrow right here, it'll automatically download. You can see that it already actually finished downloading right by my Halloween vocals. Um, so let's go back into PowerPoint and let's insert those. Sound from an own track. So it just so happens that I have some music on here from some actual artist, recording artist. So in order to put this sound in, I'm going to go to Insert, Audio, Audio on my PC, and it takes me to a place. Well, actually, let me go from the top. If I go under Libraries in the Music, I have some tracks here from actual artists that I used to help the cheerleaders last year. I'm gonna go. We'll go to Shakira, Waka Waka. So I have this track that I used last year for Shakira. I'm gonna double click it, and you notice this little guy comes up right here. This is how you control your sound in PowerPoint. I'm gonna click the play button. Okay, so you can see the sound is playing. If you look up here in this audio tools section, you can see that it has some useful features. The two that you probably need to pay attention to the most is hide during a show and when to start. Depending on how you want to do it, first let me show you what it looks like. I'm going to put it down in, no, I'll just put it in the middle right here. I'm going to show you what it looks like without changing any of these options. And again, I have to switch this. So there's that one. We went through this already. So notice the speaker iPhone shows up, and the music will not start until I click the mouse button. Oh, it doesn't even start then. I have to hit play. Alright, so notice what happened there. I had to manually start the music. So if I go back, click on my sound, go to playback, I can change this to start automatically, and I can hide this little icon during the show. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to go back to my slideshow. I'm going to switch displays again, and we'll see what happens this time. Okay, so notice that icon is not there, and I can't even access it. And the sound clip started automatically. So if you want that to happen, go ahead and hide this little icon during the show. It doesn't hurt to just put it down here in the corner, because sometimes you may want to edit it or stop it at a certain point or whatever. We can actually do that using the trim audio feature, which is really cool. You can choose when the track stops and when it starts into the song. But sometimes you may just want to leave that little icon down there. It's up to you. The next thing is sound from a voice recording. If we go to Insert, Audio, you can see it says Record Audio. You have to have a microphone and you have to have it working in order to do this. So I'm going to click Record Audio. You're going to see it gives me this very simple interface here, which basically says record, stop recording, and play it back. So I'm going to go ahead and hit record and just record me saying sound from a voice recording. This is how you record a sound from a voice recording. I'm going to hit stop. I'm going to hit play to see what it sounds like. This is how you record a sound from a voice recording. Alright, so it played, and again, my little bar shows up right here. I have that same option of hiding it, starting it automatically, hide it during the show, play across loops and things like that. Let me just play it one more time. Alright, so it's that easy, and you don't just have to use your voice. If you want to create your own unique sound effect, you can just get the microphone and put it there, or whatever you need it for. So the sound from a free archive, we downloaded 2 clips earlier. So I'm going to go to Inserts, Audio. I'm going to go to Audio on my PC because it is in my downloads. And you can see I have a couple. There's that Halloween vocals. I was messing around with the chimpanzee sound earlier. But we have the Halloween vocals and we have the instrumental music. I'm going to insert the Halloween vocals. And you see that same familiar icon just shows up there. I'm going to put it in the corner and I'm going to play it. Leave now. so you can see it's actually quite long, and it has a various phrases and things that it says. But so that's it. That's how you insert sound. If you go to these tabs up here, this format and this playback, you can do a lot of cool stuff. Just kind of like the videos with the format, you can fade it in, you can fade it out, you can make a voice loop all the time if you want to. So be sure and go and give those things a try.